What's up guys, and welcome back to another video. So, as you may read by the title, the big surprises have actually happened just now because 6 Democratic mayors from Minnesota has endorsed Trump for 2020. And this is big. This is big for multiple reasons. You may remember when Vernon Jones, the lone representative from Georgia, who was a Democrat or is a Democrat, and he endorsed Trump. And that was headline news. But this is actually 6 mayors in Minnesota, so it's no big surprise that it's a typical state for blue-collar Trump Democrats. It would not be mayors from like Texas or Arizona, where you typically have Republicans who support Biden instead. But this is certainly big, so I'm going to play the clip now, and you may all see it with your own eyes.
President Trump getting unlikely endorsements from 6 Democratic mayors in Minnesota. They say they think he can do more for working Americans than Joe Biden can. Quote, lifelong politicians like Joe Biden are out of touch with the working class, out of touch with what the country needs, and out of touch with those of us here on the Iron Range and in small towns like ours across our nation. Let's bring in Babbitt, Minnesota Mayor Andrea Zupancic. Thank you very much for talking to us. Zupancic, rather. Thank you for standing by while I correct myself. All right, so this isn't the first time that you have endorsed a Republican, despite being a Democrat, and in your words, a longtime Democrat. So why this time around?
Well, you know, I need to just kind of correct something. I wouldn't say that I'm necessarily a longtime Democrat. I do vote both parties, and it's mainly for whoever is going to stand by what we believe in, and I represent our town. So that is what's most important to me. We've got some, you know, we need to protect our way of life. We need to protect our the way we sustain our living up here.
Well, that is significant. So now, for the first time in a very long time, I actually think that I'm going to give Trump the advantage, the edge in Minnesota. Yes, I've actually predicted before that he's going to win that state, but right now I actually think it's leaning his way in comparison with, for example, Pennsylvania and Florida, where the pandemic has done a big hit, and they say that old voters lean towards Biden. Right now, I see Trump winning Minnesota, and if you are a Democrat, it might be very worrying, though you will probably want your party to spend money somewhere else, like North Carolina and Arizona. And if you're a Republican, it's just thumbs up. But the biggest worry I have regarding this is something else, and I'm going to talk about it right now. First of all, this is the Bush 2004 map. Now, it is a big sea of red from the south to the west, and of course the west coast, upper Midwest, and the northeast is blue, because that was won by the Democrats. Now, it's a quite beautiful map, you know. I love the aesthetics, I love how it looks. And then we go to the map from 2016. Now, a lot has changed. Trump is doing worse in the suburbs and worse in the west, and the result is a much uglier map. I mean, look at this. It is terrible. Yeah, I mean, it can look uglier if, like, Trump would lose Arizona and instead win, like, Washington. That would look abysmal. But compared to the 2004 map, the aesthetics of the election map of 2016 is terrible. Okay? It looks much better when Republicans win states like Nevada and Colorado than when they win Wisconsin and Michigan. It just doesn't work. But compare that to where we are right now in 2020. If this is the result, I dread it. This is such an ugly map, I can hardly look at it. I'm looking away now. I'm looking to the left of my screen in order to not watch this gross electoral college map. This is my biggest fear. So I certainly hope that whoever runs as Republicans after Trump will focus more on western states and less on northern states, just to make the electoral college map look more appealing, because this is making me sick. Well, anyway, that's all I had for you guys today. Please like this video, please subscribe if this if this is something that is interesting you, and yeah, I'm going to be blind by this, but yeah, see you next time.